Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. A pleasure to speak to both of you today. Maybe you could just begin by setting the scene a bit, I guess, for fans who are coming back to season four. Where do we find Joe? And I guess a little bit about this new place he finds himself all the way across the pond in London. Maybe Lucas, if you want to start.
Sure. I think first he starts his journey in Paris, and then he makes his way across, takes the channel to London, and he finds himself at a university and with a group of upper class socialites, and has a very interesting journey along the way.
And what can you tell us about your character of Adam? I mean, because I guess there's a sea of Brits that he finds himself in, and he's a bit like a fish out of water. That's not confusing too many puns. And he sort of you kind of have a bond in some ways, but you're also adversaries in the fact that you're both American.
Yeah, I think that Adam, being an American expat and being a little bit of a fish out of water, he kind of finds comfort in Joe, but definitely different. They have a different view on a lot of things, and Adam, I think, struggles to find his dominance and his social position in this group and in this new world. And yeah, I think they can agree on a lot of things, but also disagree on a lot of things, and also are a lot more similar than you'd think they would be on the outside.
And coming to you, Ed, what can you tell us about your character of Reese? And of course, how there's a sense that they share something, but from the beginning we're not quite sure if they can trust each other in the fact of their backgrounds, and he's read his memoir. So how do you see your character and also the relationship with Joe's character?
I think Reese spots a kindred spirit in Joe. I think he spots someone quite early on. I feel that one of Reese's positive characteristics is that he's someone who watches and takes in other people, and I think he's very much into the study of others. And I think that's come down to his background. He sort of had to tread the line between different sort of social classes, social paths, and I think that's made him quite open to others, and as a result, he's not quick to judge others. And I feel that he sees something in Joe that he wants to sort of befriend, and I feel that he thinks that there could be a strong connection between the two of them. Who knows for what and for why, but I feel that he is maybe someone that doesn't always have strong connections with the people. I think he's probably been around lots and lots of people and been able to sort of blend into society and be a bit of a chameleon, but he maybe hasn't had a forthright friendship for quite a while. And maybe Joe's the answer for that.
And as a Brit myself, I kind of enjoyed how much they really lent into some of those contrasts between him being American and being in London, and quite a lot about kind of, our class system and, our social scene and the way we interact and our humor. Did that really stand out for you when you read the script, and was that quite fun for you to play as well, Ed?
Yeah, I think it's always interesting to see what the perception, bearing in mind this is an American show, so like when you have a team of American writers and producers who are looking in and what their perception of sort of UK social scene might be, and I think they got it on point. I think within the constraints of view, things can sometimes be elevated and lifted, but that's part of the charm and the draw of the series anyway. But one of the things I was really sort of taken aback by was how good the writing was especially for my character. Like there's at times where he's got these long ranging pieces of dialogue, and it was so colloquial, it was so on point. I know that Leo Richardson, one of the associate producer writers on board, I think he had quite a lot to say in that, but it was, that was incredibly not humbling, but it was lovely to have that ability to go, okay, these people have really taken on board what it might be like here. And there are some tongue-in-cheek moments, but that's fun as well.
And for you, Lucas, being an American, did you feel like your character, did you feel like Joe's character, like learning to navigate like just those slightly different ways of interacting and speaking and, our different customs?
100%. Yeah, I think, Ed and Tilly had to teach me some British terminology that I had trouble catching on to, but it was fun for me. I like being thrown into new situations and having to figure it out. And for me as an actor and as a person, that's just such a cool thing to experience a brand new culture and a brand new environment for me. And it helped me as the character. So it was really fun.
And I think what's amazing about this series is, the fact that they've managed to kind of like keep giving it kind of a fresh storyline and something fresh for each season, but particularly Penn Badgley's performance is such a complicated character. What do you think it is that really stands out about this show and why people keep coming back to it? Who wants to take that?
I think that this show likes to look beyond the labels and beyond the exterior, and it really goes inside, and every season is a different thematic message, whether it's mental health or trauma, or this season keeping up with an appearance, or the social standard that we have in society. So I think that every season is fresh and different, but it has an important message, but tells it in such an entertaining, elevated way that keeps you hooked.
Absolutely. I'm out of time, but thank you so much for sharing that with me. Can't wait for everyone else to get stuck into season 4. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Cheers. Bye.